Good morning.
When I open my heart and wide, my essence cannot hide. You see me as I am, a tender, gentle radiant hand. You like love, smile at you. You take it in, you smile too. Together we break out in song, sing our love, rolling on the high, 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 ho, high, 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 smile too. Together we break out in song, sing our love, holding on the high, 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 oh, high, 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 oh, high, 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 high,
Good morning. How are you feeling now? Are you a little dizzy? I got a little dizzy. Marilyn, thank you so much for your beautiful music. I'm so grateful for you coming and doing that music for us. Thank you so, so much. Let's see, I have some announcements here. This Wednesday night is the first Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. We will have drumming circle. Come on, let's hear it for drumming. Yeah, so we have percussion, we have drums, we have percussion instruments. We get together and in a circle, we drum. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
So everyone is invited. Wednesday nights are always a love offering that happens at 7 p.m. So you are invited.
And no experience encouraged for drumming.
Exactly. No experience encouraged, because we don't want you to be better than us. It's mostly so much fun, so please come and try it. Let's see, our next date night, our final date night, is August 16th, and we have the one and only local David Starr coming. David Starr has been so good to our center and graces us with his concerts. Now, this is indeed a free concert with free homemade ice cream. And I know it just doesn't get better than that. We do it outside under our tree this beautiful summer evening. We will take a love offering during that time that he's singing, and we will split that love offering with David and the center. So it's a win-win for everyone. I love how this is set up. Do you want to say something about David?
No, but I like to think of what we do out there as like an analog activity in the digital age. That we get to just spend time together on a beautiful summer evening shade of our friend the tree is just so precious. And David has been, he's been traveling, he has a huge thing going on in Great Britain and all kinds of places. So we're really blessed by his generosity.
Yeah, he's kind of our local
Share what he
hero.
does with us.
So, everyone is welcome to that. August 16th, that's a Friday night. Save the date because we have a date for our street dance. September 6th, that's also a Friday night. We have our annual street dance right out here. Yes, we will be dancing in the street. And if you've never danced to Wave 11, yes, you will be dancing in the street. So they're a really fun young group of musicians, just beautiful fun music, a little bit reggae-ish, but you should just come to see Charles because he's awesome. So that's September 6th. And again, we take an offering during that time and we share that with the band. Mostly it goes to the band. There's a lot of those band members. And we love to be able to show our gratitude through dollars for them. We will have some kind of food available as well, but I will get those details out coming soon. Okay, I think that's really all the announcements that I have this morning. I don't think so.
After you.
I don't think so. See, I got it right this time. We could laugh anyway. We'll be doing some of that later in the service. All right, let's get to that center spot right now within us, within our heart, that heart space. Really feel that presence of the divine within you right now. As we open our heart to each other, as we open our heart to our beautiful world, indeed the entire universe, we are open and receptive as we speak our purpose statement together now. As an intentional spiritual community, the purpose of CSL is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that we are all unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody the truth of our oneness with God and consciously practice this truth in our everyday life. Through the exploration of new thought, ageless wisdom, and the energy of unconditioned love, we are dedicated to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence in the world.
God is in this place. I can feel mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in
the sacredness of the moment, I recognize the fullness of Spirit, the one power and one presence abiding always as unconditional love. Holy Spirit expressing eternally as peace, joy, wisdom, life itself, and all of creation. Spirit is all there is, perfect, whole, and complete. And breathing in this breath of life, I know that I am one with Spirit. I experience my center as Spirit in action, breathing me into expressions of peace, of joy, of wisdom. And as I know this to be my birthright, I know this is true for each and every one. For I know that we are all expressions of the divine. And I accept for each one of us a greater fulfillment of our life, a greater fulfillment of our purpose, that divine wisdom guides and directs each of us in harmonious relationships with all that we come in contact with, bringing a greater expression of peace and joy and love to each other, our community, and our world. We express great joy and gratitude for the goodness of life, for the fullness of life that emanates in and through and as our life. We express the unending creativity of life in our work, our play, our spiritual path, for we are uplifted in the likeness of God. And as we meet all those people in our lives, we see the face of God in each one, in the smiles, in the laughter, each on their individual path, guided and directed, and our lives flow with ease and grace, open to give and receive our greatest gifts to each other. For the prayer chest, I know that each request is already expressing the fullness of Spirit in the midst of each situation. That each request, being a divine idea in the mind of God, is coming into fruition in the fullness of life, in health, in abundance, in joy, in peace, the answers to questions that are within. I know a great healing is taking place as each request is enlivened, uplifted, and sustained by the Spirit that encompasses all that is. So I give thanks for this gathering today, that we are truly blessed to be with each other. We are truly blessed by the volunteers that make this gathering flow smoothly, by the staff, by the message, by the music, by each other, that we are right here, right now, together, expressing the highest good for a world that works for all. So grateful for this divine connection and this truth. I just release this word, knowing it is already so. It comes into fruition right now as we open to all that is. We let go. And please join me in declaring, and so it is.
ask for beauty in myself. I ask for beauty in the world. I ask for beauty in all of humanity. Holy Spirit within, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to invite you to leave your troubles, your concerns, any discomfort you have here before you leave. Down the stairs to the left is the prayer chest. So if you would like a little extra oomph to get more enjoyment out of life, to help with any questions you have of spirit, whatever, please put your concerns in the prayer chest, and the practitioner will be doing spiritual mind treatment on your behalf this week. The body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. It's a proverb. Play keeps us vital and alive. It gives us an enthusiasm for life that is irreplaceable. Without it, life just wouldn't taste good. Lucia Copaccio.
All right, how about that? Do you remember that song? That's some powerful words in that song, isn't it? Yes. Okay, where are we? Right here. I'm right here in this present moment. Please remind me if I get out of whack. All right, breathe. August, we're in August, so we changed our theme. Who knows what the theme for August is? Were you paying attention to the slides? Play. Good, A+. The healing power of play. I just thought, in August, don't you remember summer vacation as a kid? You know, when I was a kid, summer vacation was so great. I thought we went to school for a year and had a year of summer vacation. That's how great it was. But, so I thought play would be an appropriate theme because sometimes we forget about that theme. We forget that that's running through our lives as well. So I'm back to books now, I'm back to a book. I am basing this next month on this book, The Power of Play. Optimize Your Joy Potential by Elaine O'Brien. A funtaneous playbook for grown-ups. Doesn't that sound fun? All right, so this book was copyrighted in 2022, so it's kind of a new book. And while I was bringing this whole message together, or this whole month, because at the beginning of the month, as you know, the theme changes, so all the slides on the pre-service PowerPoint change with new quotes, and all of the affirmations in the whole service of the month changes, the songs change. So there's a lot to go on that first Sunday. And boy, did I get to play this last week because you guys all know who Winnie is?
Oh, yeah.
So Winnie's my little 3-year-old granddaughter. And I had her, well, Roy and I both had her stay overnight for 2 nights and had 3 days with her while her pregnant mom and dad, her dad is Charles, bouncy Charles, they went up on the mesa and stayed for a couple of nights while they could before the baby comes. And so Winnie has never stayed overnight with anyone before, and Winnie's kind of a difficult child as far as sleeping goes. I remember when they were, and maybe you had a child like this, when Winnie was tiny, they held her like the entire time she slept because they couldn't get out from under her. They sleep with her now, and all of that is, I have 5 kids, so I know that some kids are like that. I get that. And so they can't just leave her overnight with anyone. And so, Mom, will you try it? And I said, okay, I'll try it. So I have this nice little futon thing that we sleep on. And she was a little pill the first night. But the second night, you know, she just doesn't wind down. She doesn't turn off, you know, where she can just lay down and go to sleep. And the second night, I had to use a little bit of Grammy talk. And so I'm like, Winnie, Grammy needs to go to sleep. I need some sleep. How come? I said, because I get grouchy. I'll be grouchy tomorrow if I don't sleep. Well, what happens when you get grouchy? I yell. And she goes, okay. And she laid down. I went to sleep. And I'm like, you know, I'm not glad that I had to do that. But it was honest. Right, it was honest, and I wanted her to know what was coming. So anyway, the next day came, and it was the day for the parents to get home. And you know, and we played, and she had all kinds of things lined up that she wanted to play. And Roy is so good at getting on the floor and playing with the kids and all this stuff. And I'm telling you all this because our theme is play. And it was so hilarious when Mom and Dad walked in, and you know, they're texting the whole time. Is she okay? Did she sleep? Has she eaten? Well, you know, I never had a kid. And so they walked in the door, and they're so excited to see Winnie. You know, I'm sure that's all they talked about up there was Winnie. And they walked in the door, and Winnie goes like this, no! It just was so funny to me, and they weren't very happy with that reaction. I really think I had promised her macaroni and cheese and, you know, another game, and I think that's really what she wanted, you know, kids are in the present moment. So. Anyway, I had to laugh at myself when I was writing this message because I kept having to take breaks and go out with Roy. And I was laughing at how hard I was working on a message about play. And it's true, I really was. So I'd like to start out with this quote. And I know you all know this quote, but I love this quote. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Howard Thurman. And then this next slide. Play keeps us vital and alive. It gives us an enthusiasm for life that is irreplaceable. Without it, life just doesn't taste good. And I love that Lou came up with that same quote, so it's a double good, right? And I don't know how to pronounce her name. She didn't, Lucia Cappuccioni, something like that. So my point here is we're going to focus on the theme for August, play, to learn again that feeling of coming alive. So in her book, I'm going to read a little bit here, some of these beneficial and necessary definitions when you're reading her book, and that was The Power of Play. She says, what is play? Play means different things to different people. It is very personal. It brings about amusement, joy, a sense of reward, and often happy memories of childhood. Play activities are enjoyable, spontaneous, and tend to be about exploration, experimentation, and imitation. Play is a time to forget about work and commitments, be social, and have unstructured time to enjoy life. When you play, you are engaged in activities for sheer enjoyment and recreation. Play is fun and can trigger the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. Endorphins promote an overall sense of well-being. When we refer to play, it is with kindness and care in mind, and never mean-spirited. She's talking about in her book where she refers. What is joy? Joy is a feeling of great pleasure and intense happiness. It's an emotion that is limitless and transformative. Joy can delightfully be accessed at most any time. We feel joy in our hearts and our souls. Joy is like an attitude of the heart and is accessible to everyone. Joy has the potential to share space with other emotions, such as sadness, anger, fear, and unhappiness in difficult times. Joy has the power to bloom through the power of loving connections with others. True joy is limitless, life-defining, and transformative. Like love, it is a choice to be made. What is fun? Fun is about light-hearted pleasure and amusement that is entertaining and enjoyable. Fun can bring about emotions of joy and happiness. When something is fun, we feel a sense of engagement and liberation. It might include novelty, connectedness, or spontaneity. Fun is a perception of pleasure and happiness brought on by activity. Fun has the potential to balance out stress and provides feel-good neurochemicals. Y'all know all this, right? What is vitality? Vitality is the energizing capacity to grow, develop, and live life fully. Vitality is being strong, active, and excited about all aspects of life. People seek to maximize their vitality in order to enhance their psychological and physiological capacity and evoke feelings of zesty health and well-being. I want zesty health. What is resilience? Psychological resilience is the ability to cope mentally and emotionally to overcome a setback, an adversity, crisis, or a trauma. Resilience can be learned. Resilience training applies many positive psychological interventions and tools to strengthen our mental fitness and strengthen bounce-back thinking. And finally, what is well-being? According to David G. Meyer's classic 1993 definition, well-being is the pervasive sense that life has been and is good. It's an ongoing perception that this time in one's life, or even life as a whole, is fulfilling, meaningful, and pleasant. Well-being is a state of being healthy, comfortable, and happy. Research suggests that acts of giving and kindness can help improve your well-being by creating positive feelings and a sense of reward, as well as give you feelings of self-worth and purpose as they help you connect with other people. So this month, I'm not really going to be focusing so much on figuring out what makes us come alive. But that's a good thing to figure out. Not that so much as just experiencing the feeling of aliveness through play. So this entire month, I want to practice different ways to play, which can create positive feelings for us. And play happens in the present moment. It's one of the greatest things about play. We do it in the present moment. It often results in laughter, friendship, relaxation, and just plain fun. Any amount of time that we spend in the present moment allows us to access that realm beyond our egoic, excessive thinking. And it aligns us with our own dynamic higher wisdom. And of course, there's many, many ways to play and many kinds of play. So we need to be sure to play in a way that is enjoyable for us. We only get into that space, that realm beyond, that field that Rumi talks about, when that play takes us out of our thinking mind, when it's enjoyable to us. And some kinds of play aren't enjoyable for all people. We're looking for a lighthearted pleasure and amusement that is entertaining and enjoyable. So I invite you to just think for just a moment of some of your favorite things or some of your favorite ways to play when you were a child. Just think about that. What was it you loved so much to play as a child? And I ask you, how often do you play now? I know some of you play a lot. But maybe not as often as we might. So close your eyes for just a moment and think of the last time you were so engaged in some kind of pleasant feeling play that you lost track of all time, of all space, and most important, of your problems for at least a minute or two. I can remember not that long ago, first I'll just give a shout out to my sister Tracy Brown, who's in the back working the slides and the sound. Thank you, Tracy. So we had my other sisters over to my house on my sister Janet's, her birthday. And, we played games and sat around the table, and, you forget how much you can laugh when you're with your silly sisters and you've been together for your whole life and you have so much in common. And oh my gosh, we were rolling on the floor just laughing, and I'm not kidding, we were rolling on the floor. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about, is playing in that kind of a way. And of course, every time we play is not going to be that, but Some of the ways we play, we lose ourselves, maybe playing music or something like that. We lose ourselves in a different way. In her book, Elaine O'Brien says, by permitting yourself to play and seek joy, you can protect your mental health by creating greater optimism and skills for managing life's challenges. So I've realized in my life, in this spiritual journey that I appear to be on, that when I have a challenge in my life that's just nagging at me, something that just keeps coming back and I'm not getting any mental rest. Does that happen to anyone? So I notice that one of the best things that I can do to stop this is stop and get creative. Create something. Doesn't that sound like it doesn't even match up? But it does. Whether that be playing in the kitchen, like creating some kind of cool new food, or playing music, or drawing, or going outside to play in nature, or taking a hike, or playing in the water. I remember my neighbor one time, just out of the blue, she says, I really need to create a flower arrangement. And I said, okay. And I realized that she needed to be creative, and that was her joy and love, was to create a flower arrangement. So what this does, when I do this, I leave and I just get up and go get creative in some way. It sets my reset. It gives me a reset. If I can completely lose myself in my creative play, then I've left that realm of my challenge, right? And I've transcended into that realm of solutions, just like we talked about last week. Not solving a problem in the same mindset that created it. Getting above or transcending that other mindset. And play or getting creative is an excellent way to do that. And you know what? It's F-U-N. So, good-hearted play can raise our vibrational frequency. We literally tune into that God channel, and there is where we can receive new updates, right? New downloads from the universe. Have you ever heard anybody call it that? And then when I come back to my challenge, I get some amazing new information flowing without even trying. It just is flowing because I've been there. I've raised my mind, I've raised my vibration to the place of solutions. Ideas that I hadn't thought of before just come to my mind. I have accessed that higher place within me, that more expansive place that is beyond the challenge or my problem. How about that? Did anybody know play was so important? Yes. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, it is a happy talent to know how to play. A happy talent. Joseph Chilton Pierce said, play is the royal road to childhood happiness and adult brilliance. Ooh, I bet you're all going to want to play more now. So, go ahead and come back up. Who wants to play a game? Everyone raise your hand. You knew I was going to do this, didn't you? Because you know that we actually practice the spiritual work that we talk about here. So we are actually going to practice playing a game this morning, and this is a game that I think everyone knows. And if you don't, I can't imagine why. But if you can comfortably stand, and you want to, then please do, and face the center of the room. Come on, y'all, it won't hurt, I promise. So everybody kind of face the center of the room. I know those in the center can just face front. And can you see other people a little bit? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. If you want to sit in your chair, you can play sitting in your chair too. It's just fine. And I'm not going to give any explanation here to the game. Okay? You put your right arm in, you put your right arm out, you put your right arm in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left arm in, you put your left arm out, you put your left arm in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hot dog! You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, put your whole self in, and come on, shake it! Woo! You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Right on, give yourself a hand, sit down. Do you remember that bumper sticker? What if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about? I often think that might be true. So, to finish up today, I'd like to have us all purposely make some time for fun and play this month. In her book, she says, the research demonstrates that all kinds of play supports mental health and well-being, enhances the ability to concentrate, increases motivation, confidence, and optimism, builds valuable social bonds, strengthens mindful awareness and mental agility, gives jolts of energy that can last for hours, supports feeling vibrant and engaged and truly alive. And according to Howard Thurman, that's just what the world needs, people who have come alive.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moonglow. God, you are every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
time for the spiritual practice of participating in the law of circulation. So just take your gift in your hand and know that as I receive, gratefully I give, knowing that I am completing that circle that is constantly working its way, blessing my life as my life blesses others. And our affirmation for this time?
I allow all good things to come into my life, and I enjoy them.
I give a little love, I give a little light. It comes back round and I feel alright. Oh, life is good.
And these gifts are alive with blessings, and they go forth, enhancing our world. And so it is.
So it is.
With a grateful heart and a grateful mind, I offer this sacred prayer. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you. All right, so I would like to welcome anyone who is here for the first time. Probably a little shocked that we did the hokey pokey and hopefully it will be okay and smoothly. So thank you for being here at CSL. Thank you for joining us this morning. I know that I saw them setting up coffee and refreshments downstairs, a place for fellowship, lots of friendship and good conversation, and I invite you to go down for that. I want to remind you about the prayer chest in the lobby, so go down the steps and to the left is our prayer chest with prayer request sheets. If you would like to ask for prayer for someone else or for yourself, you just put the name you're asking for prayer for. And then in the body of that, we would like to know the good that you desire. Maybe not the problem you're having, but the good that you desire, stated in a positive, affirmative way. So part of this is to give Lou an idea of what it is you're looking for, but a big part of it is for you to be able to transcend your problem into the solution, going from the problem mindset into the affirmative, positive solution mindset, and actually seeing that happen and writing that down. And then our dear friend Lou Kunzelman, who is a licensed practitioner in science of mind, she will take all of those prayer requests, and on her own time, she will pray on your behalf for the whole week. And she does keep those all confidential. So I encourage you to use the prayer chest, and let's show some love for Lou for the work that she does today. We have all new claiming our good up here, so let's put it up. Let's give another thank you to Tracy back there, because she's doing awesome. Thank you so much, Tracy. Okay, so we take these affirmations, and as a group, we're just going to read them down and claim our good together. So here we go all together. I listen to my soul and find a way to swim in the deep end. I let myself play daily. I find joy in who I am. I am thankful to be alive, and so it is.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. You heard what they said. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 here we go again. Everybody, get on your feet. See the light, everybody meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody meet. Let us